All right, let's dive into this AI agent thing, specifically Salesforce Agent Force. We've got two things to look at here. A workshop guide, it's hands-on, shows us how to build one of these service agents.
Right.
And then we've got a presentation that gives us kind of the bigger picture. It's like we've got the instruction manual and the sci-fi movie prediction all at once.
The best part is we get to see this in action with this fictional company. Coral Cloud Resorts are having some customer service issues. Growing pains, really. Business is booming, so.
A perfect use case for Agent Force. Right?
Why, when I hear AI agent, I think, like, little robot butler fetching data, scheduling things. But this presentation keeps using the term agentic AI, which sounds way more intense. So what exactly are we talking about here?
It's a step beyond just following instructions. It's more about AI being able to solve problems independently, find insights that, humans might miss, even take action based on those insights. So, like, embedding intelligence right into how we... Okay, so it's not just about, do this, do that. It's AI, like... Taking initiative, the presentation breaks it down into these three skills: Data Pro, Concierge, and Inspector. Data Pro, I mean, that sounds like, well, a Data Pro. What's so special about that when we're talking AI?
Imagine an AI that can not only analyze tons of data, but then explain it in a way that actually helps people make decisions. That's Data Pro, not just numbers, but translating those numbers into something you can use.
Gotcha. And Concierge? Well, that one makes sense. It's like your digital assistant, but super powered. I can see how that's helpful in customer service. What about Inspector? That one sounds a little mysterious.
Yeah, it is. Inspector is all about keeping an eye on things, spotting patterns, acting like an early warning system almost. Could be looking at website traffic for anything weird.
Yeah.
Or financial data to spot fraud.
So it's like our AI watchdog, always on the lookout. Okay, so we've got these three skills: Data Pro, Concierge, Inspector. That's the foundation of this whole agentic AI thing. And the idea is Agent Force can use these skills to do, well, pretty much anything, not just customer service for a resort company.
Exactly. And that's where it gets really interesting. Think about how these skills could be used in your own work or even your personal life.
Yeah, the possibilities are kind of mind-blowing. Okay, so we got the big picture of agentic AI, but let's get into the nitty-gritty. This workshop guide actually walks us through building a service agent from scratch. And the best part, no coding. It's designed for, anyone to use.
Right, making it accessible, that's huge.
Yeah. So we're going to create an Agent Force service agent. The guide uses this Coral Cloud Resort scenario. So our agent will be helping customers book experiences, which means retrieving details about the experiences, validating customer information, handling bookings, even putting together personalized schedules. Like, ooh, your AI travel agent.
And the key here is that we need to actually teach the agent how to do all of that, like training a new employee,
Yeah, got to be specific.
Exactly.
So the guide does a good job of kind of laying it all out step by step. We define the agent's profile, the topics it should know about, and then we start adding these custom actions.
Think of those actions as like building blocks. Each one is a task or a piece of information that the agent can handle, get experience details, validate customer info, book session, and so on.
And what's impressive is the level of detail. Like when it comes to dates, the guide is very specific about making sure the agent converts them to the right format and that they're not in the past. No booking, time travel experiences, at least not yet.
Right. That level of detail is important. It ensures that the agent is using accurate information and following the rules we've set up.
So we're setting it up for success.
Exactly.
It's like, teaching someone to bake a cake. You wouldn't just say make a cake. You'd give them the recipe, the measurements, the temperatures, all of that.
That's a great analogy.
And the guide even goes into how to guide the agent's decision-making. Like if a customer asks to book something, the agent needs to know what to do.
It's all about giving the agent the right instructions so it can handle different situations.
Yeah, it's like a carefully choreographed dance.
But instead of steps, we have instructions.
Likely.
This whole thing is making me think about AI differently. It's not just about programming a machine. It's more like training it to think in a certain way.
Yeah, it's a different approach.
Actually.
And once our agent is all set up, we can test it out, interact with it through a chat interface. It's like talking to your AI creation.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
It is. And seeing this hands-on approach, it really helps you understand why everyone is so excited about AI. It's not just a theory anymore. It's something real, something we can actually build and use.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the excitement. This is pretty awesome. So we've built our little AI agent, tested it out. It's like we've given birth to a digital helper. But before we unleash it on the world, there's one more step.
Yeah, we need to actually publish it. Make sure it can go live on that Coral Cloud Resorts website.
Right.
So get all those skills hooked up. Make sure customer interactions get routed to the right place.
It's like the final dress rehearsal
Exactly.
before opening night. And then, ta-da, our AI agent is out there ready to help customers book all their experiences. But this is just one example, right? If we can do this for a make-believe resort, imagine the possibilities.
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about a technology that could change how businesses work, how we interact with tech in general, even how we live our day-to-day lives.
I mean, think about it. We built this pretty complex agent without writing a single line of code. What will the tools be like in 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah.
Will we all have our own custom AI teams?
And that brings up another question. Will we need to learn a whole new set of skills to work alongside these agents effectively?
Right. Like being tech savvy used to mean knowing how to use software or the internet. But what does it mean when AI is woven into everything?
It's like we're on the verge of a new kind of digital literacy.
Yeah.
We'll need to know how to train these agents, guide them, how to make sense of the insights they provide, and how to make sure they're working towards our goals.
It's a whole new way of thinking about collaboration.
Exactly. It's not just using AI, it's working with AI.
Okay, so we've seen the potential of Agentforce. We've built our own little agent. We've glimpsed this future where AI is everywhere. But what does this all mean for the listener? What should people be thinking about right now?
I think the main takeaway is AI isn't just science fiction anymore. It's here, it's real, and it's something you can learn to build and use today. Don't wait for the future. Start exploring now.
That's a great point. It's easy to get lost in the what-ifs or focus on the potential downsides. But this workshop shows us AI is accessible. We can learn this stuff. Who knows, maybe one of our listeners will be the one building the next groundbreaking AI agent.
That's the beauty of it. The tools are getting easier to use.
Yeah.
And there are so many potential applications.
Yeah, limited only by our imagination, which is a pretty exciting thought.
Yeah.
But we can't forget, with any powerful technology, there are potential challenges.
Right. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, we need to think carefully about how we use it. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
It's up to us to make sure it's used responsibly.
Exactly.
But I also think it's important to approach this with optimism. We've seen what AI can do, and I believe if we use it wisely, it can make our lives better, our work more efficient, and the world a more just and equitable place.
I completely agree. The future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something we're actively shaping. With every choice we make, every application we develop, every conversation we have about its potential and its risks.
And this deep dive is just the beginning of that conversation. We've explored Agentforce, we've delved into Agentic AI, we've considered what it all means for the future. But the real journey starts now, when we take this knowledge and apply it to our own lives and work. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Agentforce and the future of AI, I'm curious, what stands out to you from all of this? What's got you thinking?
You know, for me, it's that mix of how practical it is and the possibilities, right? We walk through building an agent step by step, saw the logic, it demystifies the process, but then you zoom out to those data pro, concierge, inspector skills, and that's where your imagination takes over. So many potential uses.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, if we can already do this much without even coding, what will the tools be like in 5 years, 10 years?
Exactly. Think about it. We're already at a point where anyone can build a pretty sophisticated AI agent with a little guidance. Imagine when those tools become even more intuitive, more powerful,
More accessible.
giving everyone a magic wand and saying, go create something amazing. And of course, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, the ethics of it all. Responsible AI development, that's crucial. We need to make sure that as we give people these tools, we're also giving them the guidance, the frameworks to use them for good.
It's a balancing act.
For sure.
But, you know, I have faith in human ingenuity. Throughout history, we've always found ways to adapt to new tech, harness its power for progress.
I agree. It's a really exciting time to be alive. We're at the beginning of a new era where AI is going to reshape everything, how we live, how we work, how we interact with the world.
And who knows, maybe one of our listeners will be the one to develop the next groundbreaking AI agent, inspired by this deep dive.
Now there's a thought.
As we wrap up our exploration of Agentforce and Agentic AI.
Stay curious, stay engaged, and stay involved in shaping the future of this amazing technology.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until next time, Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.